Hello everybody, welcome to All Points Outdoors. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I work a lot of hours. It's hard to do this. I'm starting this channel up, see what I can do with it. We'll just see. Everything that I do is on a budget. A lot of the stuff I've made, I found. I do a lot of shopping on Marketplace, Craigslist, garage sales, thrift stores. You don't need to spend a lot of money to have a good time. And my full setup, which you'll see throughout this video, I'm probably $200 in, if that. So stay tuned, and if you enjoy the video, please subscribe. I'm just trying this as a hobby. Thanks. Since I'm out here on a solo, I left directions with my wife and kids for where I'd be at. I put a flag on the tree for where I'm going in, so if anything was to happen, I can be found. So we hit our drop point. Now we'll hike in the rest of the way and set up camp. I think we're about to where we're going to set up camp. All depends on what we got here. And yes, this is exactly the area we were looking for. Now I know we're close to the water, so I'll hike back in. We'll find a good spot to set up. So we turned back north a little bit, found a better spot, clearing, close to the water here. We'll use these trees, set up the tarp, get the tent set up, and yeah. So normally I do not use tent stakes, but we've got wind gusting, the rain coming in. So this time, just this time, I'm going to go ahead and stake off the tent. And the camp hatchet is actually an old axe head that I'd found about 15-20 years ago out in the woods. And to take the weight down, I took a grinder and I cut off this top edge and the back a little bit to lighten it. Found a piece of Doug fir for a handle, and it works pretty good. Okay, I'm going to finish setting up camp. So there's the setup. Cleared out. Now we're going to dig a fire pit, take some rocks from around the area, and then my least favorite part of the entire deal, we got to go find firewood. So this right here is kind of what we're going for. We got some higher rocks on the outside to try to deflect heat in towards the tent. I've got about a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot section for my main fire, and then this little section here, I'll put my grill right there, drag some hot coals out, and this should work. Now we got to go get the firewood. So I went over the camp axe that I made already. Now this little guy right here, I think it was about $5 or $6 Harbor Freight. It's pretty flimsy, but it's got a good sharp edge on it. I've used it a couple times. So I'm gonna get to it and I'll be back with you once I got some firewood stocked up. Luckily, I was able to come across a downed tree limb, and after a while, I got a pretty good pile. It's under my rain cover. Now, we'll get a fire started. I'm not sure who I saw this little trick. This is just steel wool for painting, light sanding, not the stuff with the soap, not the SOS pad, but this is an awesome fire starter with your ferro rod. So what you want to do, well, the way I do it, get a little nest of leaves, pad this down here in the bottom of my fire pit. You take a little bit of that steel wool, tear you off a little chunk, feather it out a little bit, tuck it down in there in them leaves. And it sets to smoldering pretty quick. So, for inside, this is a Bushnell 4-man dome tent. We picked this up at a warehouse flea market deal years ago. I love it. It's not too heavy. It's got plenty of room. Used it a lot. Normally I would just rake the pile of leaves up underneath of the tent. And last time I did that, they did not insulate as good as I would have liked. So, recently acquired one of these sleeping mats. It's supposed to keep the cold from the ground and the heat from my body separated. I've never used one. Looks really comfortable, doesn't it? Not really. So, see how that works. Sleeping bag. Got this at an Army surplus store. It's a mummy bag, or mummy sack, rather. And use this a lot. Last time I was out here, it got colder than what I planned, so I brought an extra blanket this time, just to be safe. And I've tried the little inflatable pillows. I can't stand them. But these little travel on a plane or whatever neck pillows, these work pretty good. They're small. They collapse up. So I'm going to finish getting everything set up in here. And the plan is we're going to head over to Lee Creek, see if we can catch any fish this time of year. It's February in Arkansas. They might be kind of dormant, but we'll see. If not, I did bring some backup food. I'm going to finish setting up, and I'll see you soon. Now, after not catching any fish, I said I was in the mood for coffee. So we're opening up the APO kitchen. Camp mugs. Love them. Got your kettle. Two different skillets. Mess kit. And I'll fill you in on that later. And this little guy I made, as I said, dumpster diving. It's just 3 tent stakes, and this is the grill off of a Mr. Heater Buddy propane heater that quit working. So I took the grill, clipped the wings off of it, bent these guys, and yeah, that's going to lay down in my coal bed there for boiling water and cooking. So, kind of happy with that little guy there. Now we just need some coals. Depending on the weather tomorrow morning, I'm going to go out, try and fill a deer tag before the season's over. I do have a good Bear Instinct compound at home. This is my takedown recurve. It's a 45-pound draw weight. I don't even remember the name of it. I picked it up on Amazon a couple years ago for $50. Bought the quiver at a pawn shop for $3. Figured out a way to attach it on there. I think the broadhead tips, I picked up a pack of those, a 4-pack for $5 at the same pawn shop. It was a high gloss shiny black. I just recently camoed it out. I think it looks pretty cool. It'll drop a deer if I'm lucky enough to see one. But $50. So this is probably one of the neatest things I've got. The wife and kids got this for me last year for Father's Day. If I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember the old Ronco Popeil Pocket Fisherman. It's basically what it is. It's in my glove box all the time in the truck. I've caught a few little fish off of it, and we're going to take it over here to this creek and see if we can have any luck. I've got some little dough baits and small tackle box that I keep with me, and hopefully we're going to put some fish on the fire tonight. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. If not, I did bring some rations with me. Hopefully I don't have to eat those, but we'll see what happens. I gotta ask you, what is better than this, you know? Supposed to be largemouth, smallmouth, rock bass, channel cat, bluegill, drum, all in this creek. But as I said before, it's probably not the right time of year to try. Well, the kettle's finally squealing, so now I can finally have some coffee. This is what I've been waiting for. So as far as knives go, Tom Brown, the tractor, is probably one of the best designs out there. But I don't like the $300 price tag that goes with it. So I picked this up on Amazon. It's 10.5 inch D2 steel, and it's sharp. You can shave the hair off your arms with it. And I think I gave $18 for this, and it's a tough knife. I'm impressed with it. See, you don't need to spend top dollar to get what you need. So my canteen that I got with me, if you can see that, Boy Scouts of America. I've had this thing since I was a Cub Scout. Probably 40 years I've had it. And then the story behind the mess kit, my great uncle, my grandfather's older brother, he was a major during World War II in the U.S. Army, and this was given to him by a German officer when they surrendered in Africa, a gentleman by the name of Colonel von Barsch. And I'm not promoting any of this, but it's just good steel. The knife on it, I've never sharpened. I've had this since I was about 13 years old. I got it for my birthday, and it's still razor sharp. It's a really good kit. So, family heirloom that I bring out with me. Well, since nothing was hitting in the waterways, dinner tonight, we have one of these quick camp meals. I got these about $4 a piece. They were on clearance at Academy because they're not carrying them anymore. You don't need to boil the water. It's got a little heat pack in it. You put a little bit of water, drop the heat pack, the food, zip seal it. Got a little steam vent there. Maybe we got the Walmart brand Spam, which I'm thinking that's probably where we're going. Followed up with some noodles, a little bit of ramen. Can't go wrong with that. And then, whichever we decide, my wife, being the beautiful, sweet thing that she is, she picked up and snuck me in a little bit of a sweet treat. My absolute favorite. I love these things. So, time check, it is 4:50 in the PM. Sun should be going down in about the next 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll decide what we're going to have for dinner and cook it up. Boiling a little bit more water for the noodles. And then we'll cut up some Spam, throw that right on the grill. Have dinner. Probably work on calling tonight after that. 6 o'clock p.m. See you at dinner. So I've opted out on the Spam tonight. Just going to go with the ramen. Not too hungry. So it's sitting in the cup with the boiling water right now and be eating in a few. Okay, dinner is ready. Heavenly Father, thank you for all the blessings that you've given me. I thank you for my wife and my children. I thank you for family, friends. Thank you for employment. And I pray that you keep watching over us. In your name I pray. Amen. I'm going to hammer this down, and I'll see you after a bit. Okay, I'm happy with the ramen. Very good. I think I'm about ready to turn in for the night. Alright. Well, I'm in. Do a little Bible reading in. And provided nothing happens tonight, I'll see you in the morning. Good night, everybody. Good morning. Time check, it is 5:39 a.m. Had a pretty good night's sleep. Woke up twice, a little before midnight and a little before 3 a.m. Had some ruthless Charlie horses in my legs, so had to get up, go for a evening stroll around camp, stretch them out. Other than that, it was quiet. Don't think we got any rain like they were calling for. Well, temperature actually went up a little bit. It's about 50 degrees right now, probably. So, go out, get the fire stoked up a little bit, and make some coffee. sun's starting to come up, so here in a few I'm going to grab that bow, hike down south where I saw those tracks yesterday and see if we can't get something for the freezer. I don't know. We'll see. Time is about 9:15. Didn't have any luck on the hunt. I think I'm going to go ahead and break camp and head home. I miss my wife and my daughters, so see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe. I'm not opposed to any criticism on how to make this better in the comments, but All Points Outdoors. Have a blessed day.